So I want to take some time to go over the translation of the sentences and be able to point out some items to you. Chapter 12, the practice and review sentences. Vos nobis de voluptatibus adolescentiae tum scripsistis. First of all, what's happening here, there's some scripsistis. This is your verb here, scripsistis. Hopefully you recognize that the scripsi part is the third principal part of the verb scribo scribere, and so therefore this is the perfect tense. This is consistent with the subject. You have written. That's the heart of your sentence. You have written. Then with verbs of giving, showing, or telling, we have the dative case, which is your nobis, dative, plural, could be masculine, could be feminine. You have written to us de voluptatibus adolescentiae, about the desires of youth, and then tum is the adverb at that time. Number 2, rationes alterius filiae heri non fuerunt eidem. The verb is fuerunt, and it comes from the verb sum, esse, fui, futurum. In other words, this springs from the third principal part, which indicates we're in the perfect system. And as often is the case, the verb to be is in the middle of the sentence, not at the end. Your subject is reasons. The reasons were the same, and the same refers back to reasons. Remember, anytime you have this dem at the end of the sentence, at the end of the pronoun, it means the same. So this is nominative, plural, feminine, and eidem is nominative, plural, feminine. Alterius filiae. What do we do with the alterius filiae? The filiae could be nominative, plural, but we've already determined that rationes is the subject. Filiae could be genitive singular, could be dative singular. This alterius is a clue. Alterius, believe it or not, modifies filiae. Alterius is one of your unus nauta words, which is why the genitive plural is an ius. The reasons of the other daughter yesterday were not the same. Number 3, nemo in hanc viam ex utra porta fugerat. Verb, subject, no one. This erat indicates it's the pluperfect, third person singular, pluperfect, active, indicative. And in English, we translate the pluperfect as had. Nobody had fled. In hanc viam, we have two prepositional phrases, in hanc viam and ex utra porta. In hanc viam, in plus the accusative equals into. Most often, very often, it's hard to say most, in takes the ablative and just means simply in. But in plus the accusative means into, or onto. This is the case here. Onto this road. Ex utra porta, from either gate. Nobody had fled onto this road from either gate. Number 4. Ili autem ad nos cum medica eus nuper venerunt. Venerunt, third person plural. Present perfect, active indicative, third person plural. Present perfect, active indicative. Those guys fled, or came. Those guys recently came ad nos, to us, cum medica, with a doctor. Whose doctor? His doctor. Not his own. This is a form of, this eus is a form of is, ea, id, and it's just the pronoun that means his, in this case. So those guys, moreover, came to us recently with his doctor. 5. Ili adolescentes ad nos propter amicitiam saeperi veneabant. Hopefully you see right away, iabant. This is the I because it's venio, venire. Venio is your verb. Venio venire, veni, ventum, third io and fourth conjugation verbs, keep that I in there. So those used to come, or would come. Those youths, in this case, illy is the adjective that modifies youth. The youths used to come, ad nos, to us, propter amicitiam, on account of friendship. Saipe is your adverb that means often. Number 6. Eundum timorem nec in histo consule nec in amico eius sensimus. Eundum, the sentence begins with eundum timorem. Hopefully this is the accusative. Accusative. That's not the accusative. Let me correct that. This is the accusative, timorem. The eund is the accusative part. And again, as we saw in a prior sentence, that dem equals same. So the same fear, but it's not our subject. What is the subject? We have to go to the verb. We sensed. We sensed, we felt the same fear, neither in that consul nor in his friend. And again, this eius, it cannot be reflexive because the reflexive would refer back to the subject, and the subject is we. Sensimus equals we felt, we sensed. We sensed the same fear, neither in that consul nor in his friend. Number 7, post paucas horas Caesar asiam capit. It begins with a prepositional phrase, after a few hours. Then comes the subject, Caesar. What did he do? He took, there's your verb, Caesar took Asia. The verb, what verb does this come from? You will not find capi in the dictionary. It comes from capio, capere, capi, coptum. Since it's built on the third principal part, it is the perfect system, and in this case, it's just the present perfect. Third person, singular, present, perfect, active, indicative. Sentence number 8. Illa femina beata sola magnam cupiditatem pacis sensit. Number 8. Femina is the only noun in this sentence that can be the subject. The woman sensit, felt, sensed. And then the illa, the beata, the sola, they all modify femina. That woman, that beautiful woman alone felt a great desire for peace. Pacis is genitive singular feminine. Literally, it says a great desire of peace, but we use the phrase great desire for peace. Sentence number 9. Potuistis ne bonam vitam sine ulla libertate argure. Hopefully you recognize this is the ne. The ne indicates that this is a question. Potuiste, potuistis. What verb does it come from? Posum, pose, potui. It is the third principal part of the verb posum, to be able. And here it's the second person plural ending potuisne. Have you been able? And what do we expect after the verb posum? The complementary infinitive. The infinitive present active augere. Have you been able to, well, they say to do a life, we say live a life, to do a life, not just any life, but a good life without any, this should have a macron over it, without any freedom? Have you been able to live a good life without any freedom? Number 10. Veritas igitur fuit toti populo cara. Veritas, fuit. There's your verb, just like in this prior sentence a couple sentences ago. Veritas, therefore, has been. Again, oftentimes the verb to be, rather than being put at the end of the sentence, is in the middle. Truth has been dear. This is your adjective, specifically the predicate adjective that modifies veritas, which is nominative singular feminine. Therefore, truth has been dear to the entire people, the entire population. Neuter medicus nomen patris auduerat. Medicus is your subject, neuter modifies it, neither doctor, auduerat. This V is a clue. Very, very often if there's a V in there, it's going to indicate the third principal part, which means this is the perfect system, perfect active system. Erat indicates it's the third person singular pluperfect active indicative. Neither doctor had heard the name. This is your accusative singular neuter. Correct that, that's not masculine. It is neuter of the father, patris, genitive, singular masculine. And that's it for the Latin sentences.